Book 3, Stage 6, Lesson 19. Okay. There I am, occasion, photograph, photo, video. There I am, occasion, photograph, photo, video. Okay. What's the translation of here I am? What's the translation of here I am?
The translation of here I am is heme aquí, o aquí estoy.
Okay. Consequently, what is the translation of there I am? What is the translation of there I am?
Allá estoy.
Generally, we can't say there I am, but on what occasion can we say it? Okay. Generally, we can't say there I am, but on what occasion can we say it?
We can say it when we are looking at a photograph of ourselves, especially when standing among other people in the photo, or when we see ourselves in a film or a movie, etc.
Okay, the complete list of all persons is there I am, there you are, there he is, there she is, there it is, there we are, there you are, there they are. So the complete list of all persons is there I am, there you are, there he is, there she is, there it is, there we are, there you are, there they are. Mary. Mary. Give me a complete list of all persons with their translations, please. Give me a list. Give me a complete list of all persons with their translations, please.
There I am, heme aquí. There you are, allí estás. There he is, allí está. There she is, allí está ella. There it is, allí está eso. There we are, allí estamos. There we are, there you are, allí está él, allí están ustedes. There they are, allí están ellos.
Okay. When the subject is not I, you, he, etc., we put it after the verb and not before it. For example, there they are. There are the students. Okay. Exactly the same as with here they are, here are the students. Okay. When the subject is not I, you, he, etc., we put it after the verb and not before it. For example, there they are, there are the students. Exactly the same as with here they are, here are the students. When the subject is not I, you, he, etc., do we put it before or after the verb? Okay, when the subject is not I, you, he, etc., do we put it before or after the verb?
When the subject is not I, he, she, etc., we put it after the verb.
Okay, now give me 3 examples, please. Give me 3 examples, please.
There the woman is. There the woman is. There the students are. There the cars are.
There the cars.
There are the cars.
There are the cars.
There are the cars. There
they are.
There they are.
Okay. Okay. Plan, interfere, interference. Plan, interfere, interference. Okay. What do we mean by a street plan of a town? What do we mean by a street plan of a town?
By a street plan of the town, we mean a map showing the streets of the town and their names.
Do you think it's a good idea for children to plan their futures while still at school? Do you think it's a good idea for children to plan their future while still at school?
Yes, I think it's a good idea for children to plan their future whilst they're still at school.
Okay, why?
Because they're going to have plenty of time to know what they want to do, if they have to save money or not, if they have to emphasize on certain matters or subjects according to the career or degree they want to go through.
Okay. Do you think a child should be allowed to plan his own future without the interference of his parents? Do you think a child should be allowed to plan his own future without the interference of his parents?
No, I don't think a child should be allowed to plan his own future without the interference of their parents, of his parents.
Okay, why? Why?
Because they are not mature enough and they haven't lived and they haven't experience required to make their decisions.
Okay, students, read lesson 84 on page 491. Okay. Set. Set. What does the word set mean? What does the word set mean?
The word set means establecer.
Okay. How long is the time set for a game of football? How long is the time set for a game of football?
90 minutes is the time set for a match of football, for a game of football.
Okay. What kind of life do you think is better? A life where one has a set time for doing everything, such as eating, sleeping, etc., or a life where one does these things when one pleases? Okay. What kind of life do you think is better? A life where one has a set time for doing everything, such as eating, sleeping, etc., or a life where one does these things when one pleases?
I think a life where one does what one pleases is better.
Okay. Now, what did I set down on the table when I came to the classroom at the beginning of the lesson? What did I set down on the table when I came into the room at the beginning of the lesson?
You set the book on the table when you first arrive at the beginning of the lesson.
When our watches are fast or slow, what must we do with them? When our watches are fast or slow, what must we do with them?
When our watches are fast or slow, we must put them right.
Okay. Duty, society, traffic, on duty, off duty, driver, fine, honest. Okay. Duty, society, traffic, on duty, off duty, driver, fine, honest. What do you consider to be the duty a person owes to the society in which he or she lives? What do you consider to be the duty a person owes to the society in which he or she lives?
I think the duty of a person owes to the society, to the city where he or she lives, is to keep it clean, to follow the rules, and yes, that's it.
Now, what are the duties of a policeman? What are the duties of policemen?
The duties of a policeman are to make the duties accomplished, to keep the city safe, to help people if they need their help.
And if a bus driver is on duty for 8 hours a day, how long is he off duty for? Okay. If a bus driver is on duty for 8 hours a day, how long is he off duty?
If a bus driver is on duty for 8 hours a day, he'd be off duty for 16 hours.
Okay. If you were to bring a foreign car into this country, would you have to pay duty on it? If you were to bring a foreign car into this country, would you have to pay duty on it?
Yes, if I were to bring in a foreign country into this one, I would have to pay a duty on it.
And if you didn't pay, what would happen? If you didn't pay, what would happen?
They would let my car in, or they would take it away.
Okay. Various. What are the various ways of learning a language? What are the various ways of learning a language?
The various ways of learning a language is by going abroad, by taking English or that languages classes at my place, or to be online and learn online, to study by myself, have a teacher.
Okay. Weight equal. Okay. Is the weight of these two cars about equal? Is the weight of these two cars about equal?
Yes, the weight of those two cars are about equal.
Okay. Operation machine. Operation machine. Okay. Would you find it interesting to operate a factory machine? Would you find it interesting to operate a factory machine?
No, I wouldn't find interesting to operate a factory machine.
Why?
Because I think it's routinary and boring.
Okay. Have you ever had an operation in hospital? Have you ever had an operation in hospital?
Yes, I have sometimes had an operation at hospital.
Okay. Desert.
Desert.
Desert. Would you like to live in a desert? Would you like to live in a desert?
No, I wouldn't like to live in a desert.
Okay, why not?
Because they have no water. No trees whatsoever.
Okay. End of lesson 90, book 3, stage 6.